Hey folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today I want to talk to you about my 10 spooky games I like to play for October. Now I have a question. Do you guys wait for Halloween or the month of October to play all your horror board games or your spooky board games? I don't. I like playing them all year long, but you might be somebody who just wants to play them on that once a year occasion when the Halloween rolls around and the spookiness comes together. But I'm going to give you my top 10, and how I'm going to rate these is how much I enjoy playing them. And like I said, I play these games all year long, not just on Halloween or the month of October. So, but before I get to my list, I want to talk about some games I want to add to my spooky game list. I have about 4 I want to add and hopefully get my hands on soon. One of them is Last Friday. This game was out in 2016. It's by Pendragon Game Studio. It's that all versus one kind of a, all these teenagers go to camp. There's a killer. He's chasing them around, and then at some point the game switches and the campers are all chasing the killer. So it's kind of a neat little game I'm really interested in. So that's one that I'm looking forward to getting into my collection is Last Friday by Pendragon Game Studio. The next one is called Lobotomy. Lobotomy was out in 2017. It's by Titan Forge Games. This one, you're in a psych ward or a psych hospital, and you wake up, you don't know why you're there, you're trying to figure out some things. So it's kind of a weird game, but I think I would really enjoy it. So that's Lobotomy, 2017, Titan Forge Games. The next one is Coma Ward. Coma Ward is put out in 2018, and it's by Everything Epic Games. Everything Epic Games puts a lot of stuff in their boxes, a lot of good stuff in the game. This one, you're waking up you come out of a coma in a hospital. It's a fully functional hospital, but there's no one there but other patients. And none of you know what in the world's going on. You don't know who you are. You don't know if the other patients are friend or foe. And it's just kind of a crazy thing there. So Coma Ward sounds interesting to me as well. And my last one that I'm looking to add to my collection of spooky games is called Children. This came out in 2017 by Quirky Engine Games. This one is a little dark. It's an orphanage back in late 1920s or maybe even earlier. It's about an orphanage. There was a fire. All the children made it out except for 13 children. Along comes a coal baron or some kind of oil baron. He buys the house, tries to restore it, finds out soon enough that something's not quite right about the house. So he hires some ghost hunters to come in and help put the spirits to rest, I guess, to help them find their way. But anyway, I think it's a pretty interesting game. Children, 2017 by Quirky Engine Game. Those are the 4 I'd like to add to my list as soon as I can. Now, let's go on to the list of honorable mentions for this list that didn't quite make it. And one of them has been on my list, 2 of them has been on my list once before, and they didn't quite make it this year. All right, Secrets of the Lost Tomb. I have it right here. It's over here if you can see it. Secrets of the Lost Tomb is by Everything Epic Games. It's from 1 to 5, 1 to 4 players. You're going through, it's very spooky, Cthulhu-y, skeletons, all that kind of stuff. Fun game. It doesn't hit the table as much as I want it to because it is a big game, but I really wanted to hit the table more often. That's probably why it didn't make my top 10. The next one is Arkham Horror. I don't own this game anymore. Now I haven't played the 3rd edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition. I haven't played it yet. So I don't know if it's any different from regular Arkham Horror. Arkham Horror was such a big game that I just couldn't get it to the table. So I had to trade it off for something else. But anyway, I do enjoy Arkham Horror, and I will play it if someone asks me to play. Elder Sign. Elder Sign is up here. Elder Sign is kind of in that whole Cthulhu thing, along with Arkham Horror and some others. It's a good game. I enjoy it. And then Run Fight or Die. Run, Fight or Die has been probably one of my favorites for a long time. Didn't quite make the list. There's some others that kind of beat it out. But Run, Fight or Die, very fun game. If you get a chance to play it, check it out. All right, now on to my top 10 list. Number 10, coming in at number 10 is City of Horror by Repost Games. This game is for 3 to 6 players. It's 90 minutes to play. This game, you're not so much fighting the zombies as you are getting overrun by zombies and having to throw somebody else out and feed the zombies. You're kind of throwing your friends to the... This is a mean game. So you're throwing your friends or your colleagues or whatever they are out to the zombies. You vote. Whoever has the most votes gets thrown out to the zombies, gets eaten. Satisfies the zombies for a little while till you can figure out what else you're going to do on your next turn. Now, this game it's pretty fun. Like I said, it's cutthroat though. And for you have a group of survivors that you're trying to get to the helicopter when it gets there, so that you can get them off away from all these zombies. Problem is, each one of them has a syringe, which is the antidote for whatever's going on in the city. So if you don't have antidotes for them, they're not getting on the chopper anyway. So you've got to be kind of cutthroat to get those antidotes, get those things you need. But anyway, City of Horror is a lot of fun. I don't get it to the table as much as I want because it's from 3 to 6 players. And my kids have all grown. They're moving out. And it's hard for me to get 3 players together sometimes unless it's at my game group. And we're always playing so many of the new games that you just don't have time sometimes. But City of Horror, great game by Repost Games. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Slide it off to the side now. Next is Last Night on Earth. Last Night on Earth is by Flying Frog Productions, and it's for 2 to 6 players. Takes about 60 to 90 minutes. This is an all versus 1 game, or 2 versus all. The zombies in here can be controlled by 2 people. They're 2 different color zombies. So 2 people can be the zombies, the other people can be the survivors, trying to do one of the campy scenarios that are in most horror movies. You're trying to find the gas and the keys for the truck that's in the middle of town to get the heck out of there before the zombies kill you. Last on Earth is a lot of fun, and Flying Frog Production always does a great job with their game. I enjoy Flying Frog Productions games. A lot of people give them a hard time about their artwork. I don't care about the artwork. To me, they take a lot of time getting people dressed up, shooting those photo shoots for the cards. I think it's great. It adds a lot of flavor to the game. You're actually seeing a real person reacting to whatever's happening on the card. Great game. Also comes with a soundtrack. I hardly ever use the soundtrack, but it'd probably be a better game if I did. I'm going to try it next time. So, Flying Frog Productions, Last Night on Earth, 2 to 6 players, 60 to 90 minutes. Guys, my number 9 spooky game for October. Number 8. Number 8 is A Touch of Evil. And yet, it's another Flying Frog Production game. It also has a CD included. It's 2 to 8 players. It's 60 to 120 minutes. You are a small group of heroic individuals with courage and strength to fight, and you have arrived in town to try to figure out what in the world is going on in this town. You're going to fight all types of monsters, all types of things. Has the same artwork kind of in Last Night on Earth, the photograph stuff, which I just love. A Touch of Evil, my number 8, most game I like to play during Halloween, the spooky game, number 8 by Flying Frog Productions. All right, here we go again. For number 7, Repost Games, Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is 1 to 4 players. Takes about 60 minutes to play. You are, I don't know if they're Shaolin monks or ninja monks or whatever, but you are these monks, and you are trying to protect this town from the evil that is trying to just take over this town. There's witches, there's evil things. Let me tell you, these cards are horrifying to look at. I really enjoy this game. It's 1 to 4 players. Takes about 60 minutes to play. Repost Games. Man, you can't say enough about it. It's almost like a tower defense, but there's no tower. You have a town, and you got these 4 colors on each side: blue, red, yellow, green, and these monsters will come out, and these creatures, and you have got to fight them. There's a lot of rolling dice, a little bit of luck, but the game is just so fun to play. You feel like it is just overwhelming odds sometimes to beat this game. Woo! I like this game. 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes to play. Ghost Stories by Repost Games. My number 7 game. Now, the list so far has been mostly Reposts and Flying Frog Productions, right? Well, we're going to move out of that. My number 6 is a big one. Tried to get it up here. And it is Zombicide Black Plague. Zombicide Black Plague is by Cool Mini or Not. It is for, I have no idea how many players it's for. There it is, 1 to 6 players. Takes about, says 1 hour. 1 hour. It's going to take you longer than an hour. Unless you die. But the zombies just keep coming. I like the medieval kind of theme to the game. I like the whole knights and rangers and all that kind of stuff. This game is really, really good. I have never played the other Zombicide, so I have to say that. This was probably the first one I got into, Zombicide Black Plague. It's a cooperative game, which most of these games on the list are cooperative. We've had one that, or 2 that aren't cooperative. But most of your horror games or your spooky games are cooperative, which I love cooperative games. But Zombicide Black Plague, Cool Mini or Not, 1 to 6 players, takes about an hour. The maps are always changing, a bunch of scenarios in here. Guys, such a fantastic game. If you get a chance to play it, check it out for Halloween. I think you'll enjoy it. Now, getting to the top half of the list. The top half of the list are the ones I love to play just about any time. Of course, I will play any of these other games just about any time as well. The next one is number 5, Dark Gothic, along with Colonial Expansion, Dark Gothic, A Touch of Evil, Colonial Expansion, and A Touch of Evil, Dark Gothic. These are by Flying Frog. These are from 2 to 6 players. Takes about 60 minutes to play the game. This is the same. Did I have that upside down? I had that upside down. Ha! This is the same. I should have known because my box back here was upside down. The same people that made A Touch of Evil, the board game, put it into a card game, a drafting style game. Still just as good. Still has that tension of being able to beat these creatures and monsters that are plaguing the town. But you're doing it in a drafting style game. And if you like card drafting games, you will really enjoy this. And Flying Frog Production uses that great artwork of the photographs, which I do enjoy. Dark Gothic, A Touch of Evil, Colonial Horror, A Touch of Evil, Dark Gothic. They all fit in this one box right here. This box is empty. It all fits in this box right here, and it'll fit sleeved. Why it wouldn't fit in this box sleeved, I have no idea, which would have been a good idea, but it didn't. But it all fits in this box perfectly for these 2. 2 to 3 players, or sorry, 2 to 6 players. Takes about 60 minutes to play. Dark Gothic, A Touch of Evil with the expansion, Colonial Horror. Fantastic game by Flying Frog Productions. I really enjoy them. I think you should check them out. That's my number 5. Now we'll get to my number 4, which is Big Game. Big Game. Mansions of Madness. Mansions of Madness is by Fantasy Flight, and it is 1 to 6 players. Takes about 2 to 2.5 hours. Guys, this game uses an app. I fought the app thing for quite a while. I was like, I don't want a game with an app. This game right here, 1 to 5 players, it immerses each of you in the game. I never played the older Mansions of Madness. But they told me the older game, you had to have one person that would set up the whole game and kind of be the game master of the game. And if they made any mistakes, it ruined the whole game. With the app, you don't have to worry about that. It takes care of all of it for you. Not to mention it gives you the nice creepy sounds. You don't know what's around the corner because you don't put it out until it tells you. So guys, Mansions of Madness. A lot of Cthulhu-y stuff in here, a lot of other stuff that you're fighting. It's 1 to 5 players, takes about 2 to 2.5 hours. Fabulous game. Fantasy Flight done a great job. The miniatures in here are wonderful. Mansions of Madness, this is the 2nd edition. This is my number 4 favorite spooky game for the holiday of October, Halloween. Guys, check it out. Mansions of Madness. My number 3 is Dead of Winter, a Crossroads game. By Plaid Hat Games. For 2 to 5 players, takes about 60 minutes to 2 hours. 62 hours. I don't think it's ever taken me 2 hours to play this game. I either always die or we complete the mission, depending on who I'm playing with. Sometimes I'm playing with smarter people than myself, and we complete the mission pretty quickly. Well, not quickly, but in an hour. Or I'm playing with myself and another person, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So I make bad decisions sometimes, and we lose pretty quick. But Dead of Winter by Plaid Hat Games, 2 to 5 players, takes about an hour, 2 hours to play. Not so much about the zombies in this one either. Kind of like City of Horror, wasn't about the zombies. I mean, it is about the zombies, but it's not all about the zombies. Neither is this. You come in and get a group of your colony, right? You get 2 people. You're going to put one as your leader and one as your follower, right? You're going to make decisions in this colony. Do you help feed the colony? Do you help do the crisis of the day, which may be food, gas, maybe tools, maybe whatever, maybe medicine? Are you going to help with that? One of the things in this game is there's a possibility of a traitor among you, which can hurt the colony. I enjoy playing the traitor sometimes. Sometimes I enjoy not. But what I like about this game as well is you can play it without a traitor, play it fully cooperative, which then you play the scenarios on the hard side. I have enjoyed this game thoroughly, and I have one of my game group people that loves this game as much as I do. Eric, I'm going to send you a shout out. I know you love this game as much as I do. We have a great time playing it. Dead of Winter by Plaid Hat Games. If you haven't played it, you need to play it. And it talks to you. You wonder what the Crossroad game is. It has these crossroad cards in it. The person to your right, or I can't remember if it's left or right. But anyway, somebody's going to draw a card on your turn. There's some italicized information on that card. If that card is triggered, then you do whatever the card says first. You stop what you're doing, do what the card says. It may affect your whole turn. It may be something that if you have, I don't know, the mall Santa, the drunken mall Santa in your group, the card will trigger. Or if you move to a certain location, the card will trigger. Guys, Dead of Winter, such a fantastic game. Plaid Hat Game done an excellent job. You can see behind me, I have a Dead of Winter little poster here that I made and put on my wall. I like this game so much. This game is so fun. If you haven't played it, it's fabulous. My number 3 most spooky game for October. Love it, love it, love it. Go check it out, guys. You'll be thankful. You'll be thanking me you did. All right, number 2, Eldritch Horror. Eldritch Horror is for 1 to 6 players, 1 to 8 players. What? 1 to 8. 1 to 8 players, 2 to 4 hours, it says. I've never played this game for 4 hours. Played it for 2 hours before, maybe 2.5. Fantasy Flight game. This is the second Fantasy Flight game on here. Mansions of Madness was the first. Eldritch Horror is everything that Arkham Horror just about is just not as complicated. I'm going to say it that way. It's all the fun of Arkham Horror to me in a game that is less complicated, which I need. I've already told you I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I need less complicated games. But this right here, and it killed, I don't want to say it killed Arkham Horror for me, but it replaced Arkham Horror for a while for me. Like I said, I haven't played the 3rd edition, but this game has basically replaced Arkham Horror for me. It gives me that same feeling, the same immersion in the game of the Cthulhu universe here, or whatever you want to call it. Enjoy this game. Fantasy Flight did a great job. The quality of this game is wonderful. Eldritch Horror, my number 2 spooky game for Halloween. Guys, great game. If you get a chance to play it, please do. I can't say enough about it. And another thing that's really good about this game, as with Dark Gothic, A Touch of Evil, Dark Gothic, the card drafting game, my wife loves playing that game. She really enjoys this game. She likes how the game just has things that go together. It is such, everything just falls together. The thematic theme, the tie-in. Great game. Eldritch Horror, my number 2. 1 to 8 players. Takes about 2 to 4 hours to play. Like I said, never played it for 4 hours. I always lose before then. I think I've only beat it once, and I've played it probably about 8 times or more just this last month. So, fabulous game. Eldritch Horror, my number 2. My number 1, and this should be no surprise for anybody who knows me or possibly watch my channel. It is Betrayal House on the Hill with Widow's Walk expansion. Betrayal House on the Hill has a place in my heart that will probably be hard to overthrow. This is the game I played to get me back into gaming. A guy brought it to the table and said, "Hey, let's play Betrayal House on the Hill." And I'm like, I don't know much about it, but I'll give it a shot. Me and my son and a couple of his friends, this guy's friends, didn't know him from Adam. Just happened to be at the game place where we were at. Fabulous time. And I just want to thank that guy, whoever he is. I don't even remember his name. Like I said, I just met him that evening. So, Betrayal House on the Hill, fabulous game. This one's an Avalon Hill game. Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, whatever it is. This game is for, I can never find how many players for. 3 to 6 players. Playing time about an hour. That's about accurate. Sometimes we play a little more than an hour, depending on how slow we're going in putting that, the emphasis on the cards, reading them all, immersing ourselves in the just the whole play of the game. The house is always different. And with Widow's Walk, this game already had 50 different endings, right? With Widow's Walk, you get another 50. So we have 100 different endings to this game. Have I played some of the endings twice? Yes, I have. But guess what? They still play different because you're playing it with different people. They play the monster a little different, or the whatever you're trying to fight against than the other person did. The game is different each time. Even if you get the same ending scenario, it will be different because the house will be different. The players will be different. The person that is running is the traitor or the betrayer, different. So it's going to be a different experience even if you're playing the same ending a second or third time. Guys, I actually have Betrayal Legacy, and it's right up here somewhere over there. I haven't played it yet. I'm trying to get a core group of people together to play the game so that it's not we play one scenario and all the people leave and I'm stuck going, it happened to me with Pandemic Legacy. I don't want it to happen to me with that. So I'm trying to get a core group of people to play that game before I even bust it open to play it. I am chomping at the bit to play Betrayal Legacy. But for now, I'll play Betrayal House on the Hill anytime with anybody if they're willing to play. Guys, fabulous game. Avalon Hill, like I said, 3 to 6 players, 3 to 6 player playing time, about an hour. That is my #1 game for Halloween. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. And comment, let me know if you play your spooky games only at Halloween time in October, or you play them all year long. Give me a comment, let me know. Thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game. And most of all, remember, get a board game to the table. Spend time with friends and family. Thanks for watching.